Welcome to Mitzvah Tools. This brief video will explain some of the screens that you'll see in Mitzvah Tools 2.0 and how you can interact with the program. Every student, parent, teacher, rabbi, cantor, administrator that accesses Mitzvah Tools gets their own dashboard and login. When you log in, you'll see your username, you'll upload your picture, and have a place for your own profile settings. This is the educator dashboard used by tutors, educators in the Bar and Bat Mitzvah process. First, this educator here, Shelley, can see her 10 students that she's working with. She can select them from a pull-down list. She can also select them from their thumbnail pictures that they've uploaded from their own student profiles, and she can edit their accounts. To the right-hand side, we have chats. These are chats that are either one-to-one or multiples to one, generally with a parent or a student within the program. Chats can be anything from questions that students have to information that you want to share with them, links or videos or files that you've uploaded. Every student is assigned tasks within the Bar Mitzvah program. This could be to write a draft of their speech, to chant the Haftorah, to work on the second paragraph of the Ve'ahavta. Tasks come with assigned dates that they are due and reminders when the student is coming close to their due date and notifications if their task is overdue. Tasks can also be marked as completed by the educator so that they are recorded as done in the system. Staff notes are not shared with parents or with students, but are for staff members to share information about the student in their process. This information is obviously kept confidential from parents and students, and a wonderful way to log and communicate interactions with students or notes for the future. Every student has the ability to make an appointment, and here in Shelley's calendar she can see all of her student appointments that she has scheduled with them or they have scheduled with her. She can set her availability in the system simply by clicking a link that will allow her to bring up her Outlook, Google, Exchange, Apple calendar that is synchronized within the system so that she can indicate her availability. And then there's a resource bank. The resource bank contains student resources that Shelley has uploaded for access to her students. And so here in the resource bank we can see audio files, PDF files, Word documents, JPEGs, any kind of file Mitzvah Tools can take within the system. The student or the educator simply clicks on download and that file will download locally to their handheld device, to their laptop, playing directly in iTunes or Google Play or any of the other systems that students use to interact with digital files. If we log in now if we move from the educator dashboard to the program manager dashboard, Program manager is the person that's ultimately responsible for the Bar Mitzvah program at the congregation. It can be more than one person, but the program manager has access to the program settings, where not only can you set the billing information, but also general program settings, Torah settings, whether your congregation is on an annual or triennial cycle, Haftorah settings. This allows you to even include, for example, the aliyot that go along with each parsha, setting the prayers that each student is responsible for working on, and setting the honors that your congregation uses for various types of services. The program manager also has access to all of the staff and all the students within the system and can see every single appointment within the system and sort those appointments by rabbi or tutor or cantor or whomever it is. And of course, the program manager also has access to tasks that are directed to them, to chats that they are involved with, and staff's notes where they are referenced. They also have access to all of the resources in the resource bank, like we explained before. Just one more thing about the resource bank. Mitzvah Tools has every single Bar and Bat Mitzvah, every single Torah portion within the program, separated by verse for Torah and Haftorah, which you can easily assign one by one to students so that they see only the Torah portions and the aliyot and verses that they are responsible for. We move now to the student dashboard. Here our student, his name is Jonathan, and we can see that Jonathan has 43 days until his bar mitzvah, which has a date set for October 24th, 2016. We can see briefly a snapshot of his attendance record, as well as his B'nai Mitzvah Torah portion reading with references to Torah commentary page numbers, his Torah portion, the Hebrew date for his bar mitzvah. Here's Jonathan's tasks, and we can see that he has one that's overdue, and that will give him a reminder via email and when he logs into the app that those tasks are overdue. we can see that there's 3 tasks that he's submitted that are waiting for his tutor or his cantor or rabbi to review them. 16 open tasks and 6 completed tasks. And Jonathan can see all of that and in more detail if he clicks on any one of these. These are the chats that Jonathan is involved in and that reference him, and so that he can communicate and talk with them. Coming back to tasks for a moment, here is an example of a task, a threaded task, this one about Jonathan's Devar Torah. The type is speech, the task date that it was open, that was assigned by the rabbi. Here's a note that the rabbi sent to Jonathan, and included with that note is embedded within the task a link for an embedded YouTube file. This is a Godcast file. This is an audio file. Here's some PDFs that are also embedded. Jonathan can comment back on that task through this threaded chat. The rabbi can comment again. And Jonathan can add his own comments and his own files simply by dragging files and dropping them right into Mitzvah Tools, and they'll appear in the threaded chat. Going back to Jonathan's dashboard for a moment, we have Jonathan's appointments. Jonathan can request an appointment, or his parents can request an appointment, simply by clicking on Request Appointment. It'll bring up our Mitzvah Tools appointment clicker. He can select the type of appointment that he wants to have, a bar mitzvah study appointment, who he wants to have the appointment with. We'll have the appointment with his tutor. And then, based on the day that he wants to have the appointment, select the tutor's availability based on what the tutor has selected as their availability, put in more information, and submit the appointment. If the appointment is accepted by the person he has submitted it to, in this case the tutor, then that appointment will show up in the tutor's calendar and in Jonathan's calendar, on their iPhone, on their Outlook, on their Apple calendar, on their Google calendar. And if that appointment is canceled, which he can also do from within the system, then that appointment will be removed. The appointment will also show up in the parent's calendar as well. Speaking of parents, as we move on from our student dashboard, let's go now to the parent dashboard. And the parent dashboard has a lot of the same information that a student dashboard has, with one very important addition, which is Jonathan's honors. Parents are able to actually enter in the honors for the service within Mitzvah Tools and submit those in writing through the program. The honors are set by the congregation as to what types of honors they have for each service. But this allows parents to interact and also to properly spell names. Honors can be assigned as a task so that the parents know when it is due, and they can be notified if their honors sheet is overdue. Both student and parent can see everybody on Jonathan's team, and simply by clicking on one of their team members can initiate a chat or send an email to that student or that tutor or that educator. Again, we can see appointments and we can cancel appointments simply by clicking on the X, and that will notify all of those that are connected to the appointment that the appointment has been canceled and remove it from their calendars. That's a brief overview of Mitzvah Tools 2.0. We are currently in development and expect to release in April-May 2016. Find out more information at MitzvahTools.com. Sign up online today to receive a discount in our pre-release ordering.